Hey, what's up, everybody? And we're back today. This will be the halfway episode between our series, and this is certainly going to be this new game that just came out. It's called Splinter Cell Blacklist, and I'm going to be reviewing this game now. Before you instantly just say, this guy's not even playing the game, I want to say, before you exit out of this video, that it is extremely important because you can look at gameplay videos and then people can say, okay, that game looks fun. Why don't I go buy it? What I'm going to be telling you guys is what games you most likely will like. Like, if you like those games, certain games, you'll like this game, and I'll tell you sort of the features of the game. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. And basically, I want to say that Splinter Cell Blacklist, in my opinion, is one of the funnest games I've ever played. Now, that's a big comparison because I play a lot of games, and I want to say that one of the features of this game that I really like is that you know how like in Skyrim, how you had all those different options you could choose from. Like, okay, well, I want to be an archer. I kind of want to do stealth right now. I kind of want to go combat. I kind of want to be two-handed. Well, they kind of put some of those things in here to help with that. Like, you can go a combat way, or a stealth way, or a pacifist sort of way. And mainly, I think this is a great thing to have because I love doing stealth games. In every game I play, I try to do it stealthy. I try to get up high, get a vantage point, and stuff like that. And I really like this game for that. So I think that's one of the interesting things about the game. And then it's a good, like, as far as third person shooters go, to be honest, it's a really good game because I've played a lot of first person shooters, but third person shooters I can never just get the hang of. It always just seemed a bit harder. But this was actually one of the first third person shooters that I actually enjoyed. So, another topic I kind of want to talk about is the multiplayer. Because I know that a lot of people don't even play campaign these days. They just go straight to multiplayer. Multiplayer is insanely fun whether or not you like that stealth feature. If you're like that person that likes that first person shooter action, that loves to run in, like with an assault rifle and start killing things, then this game is for you too. Because if you're that person, you're most likely into multiplayer. No offense. But, or anyway, so that's kind of the multiplayer sense of things works like there's two teams. There's spies and then there's mercs, which must stand for something. The mercs, I don't know what that stands for, but basically two or the teams are divided. So kind of like in Call of Duty, how you have two teams. Well, you've got two teams in this too. You got the mercs and the spies. Now the mercs' job is to eliminate the spies. And the mercs can't run fast. They can't, like looking. Well, they can run fast, but they can't run as fast. They can't look in shadows. Um, they can't, crawl into vents. They can't climb up things and do all that crazy stuff or see in the dark. But the spies can. So it's kind of counteracting. And I think this is actually like one of the first. I don't want to say first, but I think it's actually one of the first games that has introduced a multiplayer kind of setting where it's kind of like, you've got first person on one side and third person on the other side. And, I've seen a lot of gameplays, or not gameplays, but I've seen a lot of games where they just, like, it's a perfect mix. It's not like it's insanely hard, or it's not like the mercs are way overpowered because they're first person and bam, we can see you. But they really balanced it out perfectly, guys. I think that is an amazing thing. And also, you can pick what team you're on if you're just doing team deathmatch. You can pick the team you're on, spies or mercs, and that's actually a really cool feature. Because I thought I was just gonna be like, because me personally, I don't like the mercs too much. Because I don't know, I've played a lot of the Call of Duty games, and it really just gets boring after a while. Just first person shooter all the time, and then I wanted that different feel of things, so I went to a third person shooter, and I really liked it. So you don't have to choose, but you can choose. So anyway, that kind of covers a bit of the multiplayer. But also something that's really cool about the multiplayer is that you buy your armor, you buy your upgrades. So um, it's like, okay, well, I want that suit that's going to make me more stealthy in the shadows and make me more so hidden. And then, okay, well, just pay money for it and you get it. Now, you may think, okay, well, you just gain the money from doing multiplayer. That's how most games would work. But you can actually go into campaign missions and buy yourself multiplayer gear, which is extremely impressive. I think that's a great thing to do because if you're maybe that guy and you don't really have a whole ton of friends on Xbox, I'm that guy, guys. But because I kind of just like to play solo unless I'm doing multiplayer, then you don't really want to go into a game where you've got no armor and you're fighting up against all these guys that are extremely good, and then you have to say, okay, well, I'll just keep doing this until I get armor. No, you just go do solo campaign, and so that's a really cool feature. And both the spies and the mercs have their certain qualities that make them more impressive in the battlefield, and also upgrades that you can get that would make you more of a survivor, so to speak, as a spy, or more of a hunter as a merc. So that's rather impressive. I really like how they balanced it out. It's an insane balance. Hey guys, I'm sorry about that. There's a little incident, but let's get back on topic. Yeah, if you were worried about the gameplay, I think that's what I was talking about. No, the multiplayer. Yeah, if you were worried about it being unbalanced as far as first-person shooter versus third-person shooter, do not worry. It is completely balanced, and even at sometimes you may feel like, okay, well, it's not fair. I'm a third-person shooter and they're a first-person shooter. It is balanced, guys. So let's move on to a more longer topic. I think it would be is the game, the campaign. Yeah, uh, campaign is extremely fun, guys. There are so many features with the environment that you can do to affect your gameplay, and we talk about the three game playing styles. You have Assault style, Panther style, and Ghost style. Now, the Assault style is where you just get the best armor you can, run in with an assault rifle, and just kill everyone. And then you die maybe once or twice a mission. The Panther style is where you go around in stealth mode and you kill people. And that's my favorite style, by the way. And then the Ghost style is where you're kind of like a pacifist. You just run around with a stun gun, shooting people with the stun gun, and then like knocking them out. And I think you actually get a bit more points for doing that Ghost style. But the gameplay is actually judged. So like you get judged after every match you do, and that actually the way you played the game actually affects how you got and what stuff you got, and you can gain money from doing this. So that's pretty cool. And then one of the best parts about doing the stealth, in my opinion, is that the environment is really all yours to mess around with. Like I always run around with a suppressed pistol in this game, and let's say you're running through an alleyway that's lit up, and there are guys at the end that you need to kill. You can take out the lights with your pistol, and then then they'll come and look in and investigating, turn on your night vision. You can take one of them out with a knife, and then you can turn around and quickly shoot the other one. So it's really an impressive gameplay. Uh, you really have to kind of play the game to get a feel for it. But the next topic I want to talk about, oh yeah, let me talk about some of the other fighting styles, because I told you how the Panther works a little bit. Let me talk about the Ghost. They have stun guns, crossbows, knockout gas, all this kind of different stuff that helps you do the Ghost style. Now, personally, to me, the Ghost style kind of seems lame, but it's not bad, guys. It's really not bad, because there are certain targets and certain missions where if you knock them out and you take them, you can get extra money from that case. So if you can do that, you're pretty much like you've got infinite money. But yeah, that the Ghost style, I don't really do it too much, but it's fun. It's a decent mission. And then also there is the Assault style, which you guys probably already know what that's like. It's running in with a gun and third-person shooter shooting people. And then I want to talk about the certain missions, because in this game there are not only main missions that complete campaign, but there are like kind of side missions. Now in these side missions, there are gameplay styles that you have to follow. So, like we were talking about the Ghost, the Panther, and the Assault. Well, certain missions will require that you don't harm anyone. So, taking them out with a taser, and then, coming up behind someone and knocking them out, that's not harming them. And then you can finish the mission like that, and that's called like a Ghost strategy mission. And then there are other ones where you just can't be detected, and you can kill as many people as you want. And then there are also ones where they call in waves and waves and waves, and you never, you never survive those. I'm sorry, guys, you just never do. I had one more subject I wanted to talk about, which was the two games I would say are a mixture of this game. Now, I'm not saying these games are exactly this game, or they were based on this game, or anything like that. I'm just saying if I had to pick between two games that I find kind of mixed together to make this game randomly, I would say these are the two games. I would say it's Assassin's Creed, which I know a lot of you were just like put down your keyboard and went and bought the game. And then I think this is what it's called. I played it once, but I never really liked it too much. Ghost Recon. I only played the demo, so maybe that was why I didn't like it too much. But it's, if I had to guess, I would say it's a mixture between those two. And I know that the Assassin's Creed games are really famous, just overall. Um, so that's kind of like the stealthy part of it. You can walk around, be stealth, and then, like come up behind someone, stab them in the back, jump off of walls, and jump on people and kill them. It's kind of like that game's play style, and it's really cool like that. But then, like how it's like Ghost Recon is because it's kind of like hide behind a, when you get in a firefight, you're like hide behind a barrel, lean up, third person, shoot, shoot, shoot. Hide behind the barrel, throw a grenade back there, blow everyone up, and then, go home. But those would be the two games I would have to say, and both of them are good games. I'm not saying that I don't like either of those games, but what I'm trying to do here is basically, if you like Ghost Recon and Assassin's Creed, I think you'll love this game. Now, if you think Assassin's Creed is the stupidest game on the planet, you're like, why would I even want to do that? I'd rather just shoot people. And then maybe you think Ghost Recon is the stupidest game, then you probably wouldn't want to buy this game. I'm What I'm basically trying to do is I'm not telling you all the good factors about the game. I'm trying to help you guys decide if you want to buy the game, because when games come out, they're like $60. And I mean, I know most people have that money and whatever, but like a game comes out every month, guys. It's true. And you can't keep throwing $60 at random games because you think this one might be better. That's why you watch game reviews online. And I think that it's kind of pointless to watch people playing the game because that doesn't bring you into the game world. That basically just shows you people playing the game. And I mean, that can be fun to an extent, but it's better to know the facts about the game before you actually start going off and purchasing the game. So that's what this is, and I hope this helped you guys at least to an extent. I went over the multiplayer function, the campaign missions, and regular mission function. Uh, some of the gear, I'll leave you guys to do the gear on your own because that was something that was pretty exciting for me to do, was just figuring out the gear because it's really fun. And and then I went over what games would be most like this game. And I don't expect any of you to really watch this video, like sit there at your computer watching it, because I'm not doing anything. I mean, this is just a blank page. But you can listen to it while maybe you're thinking about buying the game. Maybe you're like, okay, well, I can buy the game. I can go down and buy it, right now. And that's kind of what I want you guys to do, is just think about it. Because I honestly want to say this has been one of the best games I've ever bought. And I don't do that a lot. I don't buy games randomly. Like, okay, well, I've never played this game before. Let's buy it and see if it's fun. I don't do that a lot. So, the fact that I bought a game that was truly and genuinely fun, just like that, is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the video here. I would say that's been maybe about 20 minutes, more or less. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this has been helpful, and peace out.